If you're already envisioning who you want to be in 2026, but you still wake up, you doom scroll, you procrastinate, and then you tell yourself you'll start soon, this video is for you. Every time you choose scrolling over stopping or comfort over discipline, you're not lacking motivation. You're just practicing who you're becoming. And if you don't interrupt that practice, you're not entering a new year. You're just gonna start the same one all over again. And let me tell you, that is the worst feeling, sitting at the end of the year, looking at what you've accomplished and realizing none of your goals were met. Oh, I don't know about you, but that is one of the most painful feelings ever. And if you don't interrupt that practice, you're not entering a new year. You're just gonna end up rehearsing the same one you just had. Your next year is gonna look exactly the same. So this isn't a motivational video, it's a reset, built on just 3 decisions that most people unfortunately avoid. The first decision is the one that makes most people uncomfortable because it removes the excuse that sounds reasonable. Planning instead of doing. Planning has become such a socially acceptable way to delay your life. Oh, I'm just planning, I'm planning this, I'm planning this, I'm planning this. But what are you actually doing? It's not the laziness, it's not the lack of ambition, it's just the avoidance that feels productive. And honestly, God doesn't reward planners, He rewards doers. The actual harvest doesn't come from planning where I'm gonna put the seed in the ground, it comes from actually going out and putting the seed in the ground. That's it. Less planning and more action taking. I always remember this phrase of think less, do more, because sometimes all we're doing is thinking how we're gonna do this, planning, and we create this really intricate plan so beautifully in our head or in our journals or whatever it is, and then when do we ever get to actually doing it? We don't. We're so focused on the plan and the plan looks so good on paper, but then when it comes to execution, it's lacking. Like for me personally, I realized that planning had become my comfort zone. I was journaling, I was outlining, I was saving videos for later. Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And at the end of the day, I called it progress. Planning let me feel discipline without actually feeling uncomfortable. That's when I realized my problem wasn't I didn't know what to do, it was just that I wasn't doing it. Real disciplined people don't plan their way into action. They act their way into discipline. The second decision is even harder because it takes away the excuse that feels most human, your emotions. I realized I was letting my emotions decide how my day went. So if I felt motivated that day, you know I was about to show up. Now, if I didn't feel motivated or I felt overwhelmed, your girl is disappearing. There is nothing getting done on her to-do list. And honestly, that's not self-awareness. That's letting your emotions drive your life. We know that does not end good, especially if we're in our luteal phase. Be honest, how many times have you said, I don't feel good today, I'm just gonna do it tomorrow, I'm not in the right headspace today, whatever excuse that you come up with, that's your mood talking. The biggest shift I made was I stopped following the mood and I started following the plan. So follow the plan, not the mood. So discipline isn't about forcing yourself to feel different, it's just about removing the things that push you backwards. So for example, you always have a tendency to order fast food because you feel tired, overwhelmed, and it's like the quickest way to get food. That's not a motivation problem, that's a systems problem. So instead, I would spend 2 to 3 hours on a Sunday to meal prep for the whole entire week, and that way that's gonna remove my decisions entirely. So now when I get home after work and I'm so exhausted, I'm like, I don't know what to eat, I just open my fridge and it's already there. I don't have to order the fast food. So now you're not negotiating with yourself, there's no willpower involved, and you remove the decision fatigue. And that's what structure does. It makes the right choice easy, even when your mood is completely off. So every time you remove friction, you remove the emotion from the decision. So for my emotional queens, we're not gonna let emotions run your life. So we're just gonna reframe emotions as information, and structure is what's gonna keep you consistent. And at the end of the day, consistency is what's actually gonna change your life. Now, the third decision was the hardest for me to admit because it didn't look like a problem at first. I realized that I was talking about change more than I was actually living it. I was talking about who I want to become, talking about my next reset, talking about my next rebrand, whatever it was, I was just talking about it. And if I'm being honest, talking about it felt good. It made me feel like I was moving forward when nothing in my life had actually changed yet. And I wasn't lying, I meant what I said, I just hadn't earned it yet. So I stopped announcing who I was becoming and I started letting my habits speak for themselves. So I was doing the same things over and over again, keeping promises to myself, even on the boring days. And that's so important. Even when the days feel so boring and so mundane, you keep on going and you keep on doing it. That's when you're gonna see the real change, especially on the days that no one is watching. Because honestly, real change doesn't need an audience, it just needs repetition. I realize you don't become someone by saying it, you become someone by actually being it. And eventually your life catches up to who you've been practicing being. Are you a girl that wakes up every single morning and makes her bed every single morning? Or are you gonna leave it undone? What are the habits that you're doing now that are not serving you or that are serving you to become who you wanna actually be? Are your daily habits serving the girl that you wanna be in the future? Or are they pushing her away? So for me, planning felt productive and talking about who I was going to be felt motivating, but at the end, none of it changed for me. Doing it actually did. The version of you that you're waiting for is built in the small, boring moments. And honestly, girl, you don't need a new year, you just need new standards. And the moment you stop waiting to feel ready, your life will start moving. I believe in you, I trust that you can do it. Let's have an amazing new year. And if you like this video and want to see more, I talk all things about bettering yourself both physically and mentally, so don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I'll see you soon.